In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the split stance or B stance RDL. This is a great exercise for hamstring and glute development. This exercise is really a good exercise to perform in the hypertrophy rep ranges. I would recommend 2 to 4 sets of 6 to 12 repetitions per side. Let's get started on how to perform this exercise. To do this exercise, you want to start with your feet closed and slightly turned out. You want to press your rib cage down and hips underneath so that your spine is in a neutral alignment. You can place your arms by your sides with shoulders back and down and arms straight. You can even squeeze your triceps to make sure your arms are totally straight and not bent. From this position, you want to go into that split stance or B stance position. To do this, you're going to lift one heel up on one leg. You're also going to bend the knee on that one leg. You want to make sure your hips are square and you maintain that neutral core position. Keeping most of your weight in the straight side, you're going to press your hips back with a neutral spine and a neutral head position. From a side view, that will look like this. With this exercise, it's important to keep your spine straight, a controlled tempo on the descent, and your hips square. You also want to make sure you obey your own personal limits to your hamstring mobility and flexibility. Some individuals might only be able to hinge to mid-thigh before they start losing control. If this is you, know your limits and don't try to extend the exercise to a point where you're going to experience rounding in your spine. With this exercise, you want to make sure that your hips are square as you're pushing them backwards. You don't want one hip hiking up at the start or as you descend into the exercise, like shown. You also want to make sure that you're not yanking your head up as you start the exercise. And finally, you want to make sure that your back remains straight. You don't want to go into a rounded position, nor do you want to assume a hyperextended or arched position. With this exercise, make sure that your rib cage is over your pelvis. You don't want to have either an open scissor position or a rounded position. Make sure that the rib cage is pressed down, hips are tucked underneath, and you feel some engagement through your front of your core. Now that we have the exercise technique down, let's practice with weight. Your dumbbells will come by your sides. You'll assume that start position. Triceps are locked out, hips are square, and spine is neutral. With a tight core position and a bit of bracing through your abdomen, push the hips back nice and square. Feel the hamstrings stretch at the bottom and then come back to the top position. Remember to work within your limits and keep a good neutral spine. Remember to do both sides. Once you've finished your reps with the left heel elevated, you can then place your weights down and get set up with the right heel elevated. I hope that this video was helpful for you to really learn how to do that split stance or B stance RDL. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.